Welcome to Toonami Faithful viewers. I'm editorial writer for ToonamiFaithful.com, CJ Maffers here with a very special guest.
That's right. Hi, guys. I'm Tom Bauer. I'm a voice actor. I've been in shows like Hunter x Hunter, Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, and the international dub of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I forgot you're in Super as well. We've been covering the Toonami Asia Super, so I hope that's been going well, that you've been working on that.
It's been awesome. Yeah. It's been really, really neat. I love the character I play. I play Shu. He's part of the Peel-Off gang. He's just so funny. He's probably the funniest and funnest character I've gotten to voice on the show.
You like to be able to kind of spread your chops and not just doing like serious anime characters, but like comedy-wise as well.
Yeah, for sure. What's so neat about Shu is, he's just so different from any other character I played. Usually I'll play like a brooding villain or just kind of a real, just kind of emotional character, and to just kind of let go and just be a fun, kind of zany, Bugs Bunny-ish kind of cartoon character is pretty neat.
Oh wow! Hopefully you'll get a chance to see them. I know you guys. It's kind of tough to see the finished version of things like that. So hopefully you do at some point.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Unfortunately they don't debut it here in the States, but hopefully I get some way to see it.
It'd be nice if there was a way to hook up cable to get like the Toonami and where the Asian market is getting to see it. That would be kind of cool if you could.
That would be really, really cool.
But big story, at least coming out of Anime Expo for Toonami. There's a couple, but the one that obviously you're a part of is Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. As you can see, he is in full Hush cosplay. Pretty much. Pretty good jacket, of course. It was just announced yesterday, I believe even it was you who gave the official announcement for it, that Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2 is coming to Toonami. So how happy are you that the second season will get to air in October?
I am so stoked. I was a fan from the beginning when I saw the first season. I think it was like last April or something it started debuting, and just a phenomenal show. And to now see my character is exclusive to Season 2, so to see him coming out and just to have the broadcast showing on Toonami come October, it's going to be so neat. I'm really stoked.
How was the wrap-up party since it's been dubbed? Everything's finished, all of that. How was the party? We'll tell our viewers how it was nice to see all the cast members come back and like kind of have a wrap-up of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans kind of finishing up.
Yeah, it was really rad. It was stoked to see all the cast members there, both from Season 1 and 2, and we had Lex Lang, our director, there, and a bunch of the producers and for Iron-Blooded Orphans. It was a neat party. They actually we got to see some screenings of the episodes. I saw just a random one in the middle there, and I gotta say, just the cast is phenomenal. If the fans really loved the first season, they're going to be so stoked for the second season.
They seem to, at least, for people coming to watch. What could we expect from Hush? You don't have to give any big spoilers or nothing like that, but can we expect Hush to make more of a dramatic impact, could you say, or something along those lines?
For sure. Hush, he's kind of my brand new favorite character. Hush is, like I mentioned, he's exclusive to Season 2, and what's kind of neat about Hush, he's a brand new character to Tekkaden. And he kind of brings a new dynamic because he's just he wasn't really part of the first season, so him coming and being introduced into Season 2, he interacts with the main characters quite a bit. Nice. So it's going to be kind of neat to see him grow over the series. He has a really wonderful arc, and I'm really excited for everybody to check it out.
Are you caught up with the subbed version? Did you see any of those episodes before working on the dubbed or anything along those lines? Or even you watched the sub a little bit, then you went to the dub afterwards, just to like how things were progressing and kind of giving you a way to learn how to play your character anymore?
I usually do that, actually. Yeah, so I did watch the sub version before I went in. And usually I will only watch a couple just to kind of get a feel for the character, but I got hooked on the show. Right. The show is just so good. So, I mean... I'm really stoked for all the fans and everybody to check it out.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people seem to like the writing, at least how dramatic and like it was almost as if there was a little like more of a slice of life element that was like the dramatic, like a Your Lie in April, or not so much like a rom-comedy kind of thing. So it seemed, and of course the head writer kind of has been known to do that kind of thing with it. So it seemed like a lot of people were either really turned on by it or really turned off by it, at least when it comes to what a Gundam should be kind of stuff.
It's true. I will admit the show is pretty brutal. Yeah. But I love just the overall just genuineness of all the characters. They're very, very real characters put in very dire and real situations. And so I think that's what attracts people to the show the most, is just seeing these real characters play out in this kind of fantastical universe with giant robots battling each other.
You can't forget that part. That's the best part. Now, before I move on, are you a fan of giant robots usually in anime?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm a huge fan of Gundam in general. I started back in the old days of Toonami when they were just finding their stride. 8th MS Team and Gundam Wing were on there. So
you're like the 8th person to say 8th MS Team. Really, I love that show. It's weird. I usually expect your Gundam Wing, your G Gundam, but I've been hearing that a lot lately too.
Oh, it's fantastic, and it had such a great cast. I mean, I was talking about Lex Lang earlier. He was the bad guy in that, and then Steve Staley, who was the bad guy in Iron-Blooded Orphans, he was the good guy in 8th MS Team. So kind of this little switcheroo there.
And in Unicorn too, that finished up recently. But so another show that fans love to talk about, love watching it, is Hunter x Hunter. I know it's a special place in your heart as well. Explain to me how the role of Feitan you were able to audition for and then ended up getting the part. Like, did you know much about him? Did you know much about the series itself?
Good question. I didn't know anything about it. It was weird because I just got this random audition, and this was when I was just starting to kind of find my stride in voice acting. So this is one of the very first kind of major auditions that I got. And it was just for Feitan. I didn't know anything about the character or really much about the show. So what I usually do with auditions, if there's some references or anything like that, I'll watch the show or little pieces of it or whatever episodes that my character happens to be in and kind of study him that way. I actually, for Feitan, I asked a friend who was a huge Hunter x Hunter person, like, oh, who is this guy? And he's just like, dude, that guy is just awesome. You're gonna get to audition for him? I'm like, yeah, but keep it quiet. Yeah, so I auditioned for him last year. I think it was around August, and I just gave the best take I could. I really tried to emulate the Japanese voice actor who did that, because he had a very cool kind of cadence and timbre to his voice that I really liked. So I matched that and sent that off, and apparently they loved it, because a couple months later I got the role. That's awesome. And that was I was so stoked, because it was, again, my first real major role in anything. So, and just do a character like Feitan, it's awesome.
And Toonami is just about to wrap up the York New City, so that's the end of Feitan for now. I'm sure you could kind of think that maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't. I'm sure you're hoping for it.
I
don't know if you're caught up with the series or finished it. It's 148 episodes. I don't know if you've actually watched any or all of it, kind of thing.
I actually have. I'm all caught up on the series.
So you know at least what might be coming up a little later. We won't get too into that kind of thing. So you must at least be excited for the future of Hunter x Hunter.
I am stoked for Hunter x Hunter. It's such a huge show, and just the response I've been getting from fans and just random people walking up to me saying they love the character and love the show, and everybody else on it is just overwhelmingly it really humbles me as an actor. Little
known fact, Tom here has a tattoo of Iron-Blooded Orphans Tekkadan. He's still waiting on the spider. So it might happen. It might happen later. Oh yeah, go right ahead. Sadly, there's no one behind the camera to kind of zoom in on it, but at least it's right there. But there will be one. It looks great, all those kind of things. Is there a series that, whether it's going to be dubbed or not going to be dubbed, that either you wish you were in or think that you might get in a later date kind of thing, like a recent anime that's come out, like a simulcast or anything along those lines, you think might be a good idea to stretch your acting wings if you could?
Definitely. I've been getting a lot of auditions for some stuff that I can't quite announce, and some stuff that I've actually booked. Look forward to that will hopefully be coming. Definitely announce it.
So it's going to be more than just what people might see with Hush and what Feitan kind of thing. Because
for sure,
we're not able to see with Shu and Dragon Ball.
Yeah, unfortunately not. And speaking of Hunter x Hunter, they actually gave me a new character in the upcoming Greed Island arc. That's
going to be exciting to see.
Be really cool to see. So definitely check that out. I've been getting all kinds of auditions. I guess I can mention now that the Anohana dub is premiering for that. I got to audition for that, so I've been getting quite a few auditions for a bunch of really, really cool shows.
That's awesome. And kind of lastly, at least, where do you see Toonami now as opposed to the past? Like, do you feel it's the same as it was before? Do you feel that it's kind of changed in a good way or a bad way? Any kind of opinion through it? Because at least for me, while it doesn't seem similar, it seems like it grew with its fans, especially with the choice of programming that they've been putting in lately. And I'm just curious, if you watched Toonami back in the day, which you said earlier, if you feel that it's kind of grown with you as well, or if it's in a nice place where even people who are younger can enjoy it now as well.
I think so, definitely. There's definitely a nostalgia factor for Toonami. I think everybody was stoked when it got announced that it was coming back. And just to have both a new and veteran generation of viewers and fans coming back and watching Toonami or watching Toonami for the first time. I mean, the block of programming they have on there is astounding. It's a bunch of the new shows they have on there. I mean, they just wrapped Unicorn. That was a phenomenal show. Hunter x Hunter's still going on there. They've got Tokyo Ghoul, the second season of Attack on Titan.
You know your anime. I like that.
I was an anime fan growing up, so it was kind of a nice transition career-wise.
Is there a show that you look, besides the ones you watch now, or besides the, excuse me, wow, I'm really jumbling my words, I apologize. No sleep can do that, but it's more, obviously you watch Hunter x Hunter. Obviously you would watch Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans when that comes in. Do you watch all the other shows that are on the block as well?
I do, yeah.
You don't have to live tweet, but I was just curious if you do for the, just like, oh, anime. Yes, I want to at least see it since it's the only place to see it.
Yeah, I don't always get the chance to live tweet, but anytime I have my Saturday evenings free, I'll usually tune into Toonami and catch all that.
Tom, thank you so much for taking the time. Is there anything you want to tell the fans to look out for you, at least to hear your voice in, that you can say, of course?
Oh, yeah. Nothing that I can announce yet, but please keep watching. Please keep supporting the English dubs and just supporting anime in general. I got some really awesome things coming out. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for watching shows like Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans and Hunter x Hunter. Keeps guys like me in work, and I'm just so glad you're enjoying it. Just keep supporting the industry.
All right, and you can follow Tom on Twitter where?
Just right, at Tom Bauer VO.
All right, now hopefully you'll be able to check this out. And Tom, thank you so much for taking the time. This was awesome. Finally, we get to see the voice of Feitan.
That's right.
The Phantom Troop. We got to watch out. Erica Harlacher is here. We don't need any kind of spider incidents going on. Anyway, thank you all for watching.
Bye, guys.